In today's episode of the Pathmark Presents podcast, I got a very interesting guest here with me today. I'm with Dimitra Eleftheriou, and she's tailing over from the folks over at LAIIER. And today we want to really, figure out how, they work together in the world of commercial property, what LAIIER is bringing to the table, but also how Dimitra is thinking about growth for the company. So welcome to the show.
Hi, Lucas. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, yeah. So maybe tell people a little bit more about LAIIER. What is it all about?
Hi. Yeah, I'm the lead digital marketing manager at LAIIER. So LAIIER was founded back in 2021 with a little help from the global pandemic. We are like a technology startup. We're focused more on the leak detection, water leak detection. We explore obviously like a vast area of like smart surfaces in smart buildings, but our main product right now is like a water leak detection.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, continue. Sorry.
No. So basically, that's what LAIIER is.
Very good. Now, tell us a little bit about the organizations that you would work with and work for. Who would be the types of organizations that benefit most from LAIIER?
So we're focusing a lot on facilities managers, system integrators, insurance managers. Those are like the three type of industries we identify that would get benefited mostly from our technology. And our easy to install sensors would help these people to identify water leaks early before a flood, obviously, and help with costs, damage, and also waste of water.
Very good. Now, the people that would actually get in touch, maybe they book a demo or they reach out to you guys. What would the titles be, the job titles? How would you describe them? Maybe tell us about the people a little bit that get started.
Yeah. That's interesting because like in the beginning we had like all sort of like job titans reaching out, but we're mainly like getting in touch or seeing like more people like innovation leads, engineers, VCs, these the people that are more like in the decision making phase of their company, that they're looking for innovation technologies, like IoT solutions, etc. Mm-hmm. So those are like mainly the people that we're gonna be in touch with, but they're not the only ones that we won't just identify along the journey, because like B2B, it's like differs from B2C. So there are like a lot more like touch points and people getting involved into like the final decision.
Very good. Now, how do these people actually learn about you guys? What would be their journey looking like? How do they get started?
We use social media. LinkedIn is our primary channel. It's like a great channel for B2B. We can see like how people are really engaging there with our content, and they're pretty serious. I mean, if I can say like serious compared to like doing like some outreach on Facebook, for instance, which is like a completely different audience. So LinkedIn has helped us a lot, bringing like new leads to the website. But we can also see leads coming, like organically, which we also started using PPC to explore like the potential of this channel, which it's interesting. Like it definitely works, and we learn more basically how to use it, like to bring like valuable leads from there.
Very good. I mean, I would like to always ask, like, marketers, what they consider sort of the strength versus sort of the room for improvement on the website. Where do you sort of see strengths, and where do you think the website can even develop further towards to?
So we recently updated our website, because it was a little bit, since we launched and we were focusing like on very specific things, we didn't have like all the capacity to do all the changes. So now our website is really focused on the personas we serve. So for us, like this trend, we put more effort to the USPs of our product and all the features and the information that the reader, like the lead, wants to find out about our technology. And as for like improvements, there's definitely always room for improvements on the website. I think if someone asks me like, is your website good, blah, blah, I will be like, we always need to make changes to the website. So I'm just waiting now, like all the changes we did, what kind of like improvements we need to make. Surely checking like data and analytics would help a lot to understand like how these people are moving throughout the journey. And this way I would take like the decision to make improvements.
Very good. I'd like to switch gears a little bit, right, and talk with you a little bit about, your daily work as a marketer. What would be sort of the typical projects, the typical things that you are involved with on a daily basis?
Oh, yeah, good question. Many. I'm wearing quite a few hats in the day, but usually it's like planning the strategy, campaigns that we need to run like on LinkedIn, but not only on LinkedIn, like partnership campaigns as well, social media checks as well, reports, big part of my life. Brainstorming with the team as well to see like where we need to change, how we can reach our goals, what other actions we need to take, etc.
Very good. Now, I got some rapid fire questions to learn a little bit more about your journey and yourself. Are you ready for those?
Yeah, sure.
What is the last book that you read?
Couple of hours ago. What was it? It's just a fiction. It's like a novel thing by Alice Munro, which is like a short story writer.
What's the one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
Sorry, I didn't.
What's the one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
At the moment, we really, really focus on getting more people to know our product, the severe water leak detection, and generating new leads.
If you would have a magic wand, right? So there's no boundaries in technology. You have a magic wand. What's the one thing you would fix for your role in marketing?
Having something that I can easily see the attribution of our marketing efforts.
I mean, actually, could you tell me a bit about this? Because a lot of marketers actually mention it on the show. Like, what is it that you feel is missing actually when it comes to attribution?
It's really hard, I would say, because there's no like a singing tune that will show you like, okay, you did this campaign, for instance, and these many people that came to the website converted or like booked a demo. Of course, if you have like very specific campaigns, you can do that, but you cannot really see everything that marketing does and attribute it. You can explain and understand like, okay, like this month we were running this X campaign and we definitely saw a spike, which means that probably it's connected, but it's not always easy to just show like the tangible effect of it.
And what would you, let's say attribution would be working perfectly for marketers. Like, what would you like to tell? Which story are you missing to tell at the moment that you would like to tell?
That basically whatever we're doing in marketing, it's really connected to the people that we can also see on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And there, I mean, okay, marketers want to convince the whole business, to invest more in marketing, so we bring more people. But the data we can have, they can prove a little bit of the attribution. It's just that, like, it's not always easy to say, like, okay, I'm running this campaign on Google Ads, which is more like about awareness. And yeah, this is definitely led to these 5 new leads, for instance, because, sometimes it might take, I don't know, 6 months for someone to convert, especially like B2B with back and forth conversations. But yeah, this is what I would really have, like a more, like a tune or something to show like results.
Very good. Last question. If today would be your very first day, you're joining LAIIER, what's the one advice you would give yourself for your journey?
Mainly to not be afraid to fail on something, or if I don't know something, and if I can't have like everything perfect, it's fine. Basically, perfection doesn't exist. Keep learning and testing, and everything will follow. Somehow everything falls in place, actually.
Very good.
The more you go with the flow, the better it is. This is what I've learned so far.
I really appreciate you took the time with us today to share a little bit more about LAIIER. I want to give you the very last word. If somebody would be forgetting what we discussed about LAIIER, what's one thing that should remember about LAIIER?
At some point, you will see LAIIER in every building. We're trying to make this smart technology.
Thanks a lot for being a guest on Pathmark Presents.
Thanks for having me.